everyone. Welcome to the recording for my past three for the Sparks Foundation internship. I was really excited about this project. Here, this project aims to analyze the data set in order to find factors that affect the profit and advise the company on what to do better. So we first start by importing our libraries as always. Then we get our data sets, and in this case we're not using the URL or whatever. In this case we had our data set in a CSV format and we're reading this as a CSV file, and then we go further to do a data.head to see the first 5 columns of this data set, and we can see what it looks like. And then we go further to do a dot shape on this data set, and then we can see that it's a data set of 13 columns and almost 10,000, like 9,994 columns. Yeah. Then we go further to do a data.info to see the data types and see the null values, and you can see that we do not have any null values in this data set, and then the data types are pretty much okay. And then we do a data.describe, and then we do a .hist to see what columns of this data set looks like, and then we can see from this visualization. We go further to check for duplicated columns, and then we can see that we have about 17 duplicated columns, and then which we dropped. And then after dropping these duplicated columns, then we decided to do a visualization on our profit column. Of course, we want to see what does this target column looks like. And then we can see our profits. We have a lot of these companies having no profits at all. So we want to see what affects this. So we go further to see, okay, what's the relationship between sales and profit? And then does the category play any role in this? And we can see that yes, from this visualization, we can see that there is a correlation between sales and profits. We can see that as sales increases, in most instances we can see that the profit is also increasing. We can see that the ones with the highest, which is green, technology, they are mostly amongst the high parts of sales and technology. So we can see from this visualization that technology category are most likely to make the highest profit and sales. Then we go further to look at the subcategories. Okay, under these categories, we want to see what subcategories have the highest effects. And then we go further and we can see that under the subcategories, yes, technology, had the highest in our previous visualization. And we can see now under technology, we can see copiers having the highest number of profits. So we can see that copiers tend to make more profits, and then we can see also followed by binders. In binders, that's under office supply subcategory. So we can advise the company to take in many of these because we see many sales go on around there, and then we can also advise them because we can see that under I think that's labels for office supplies. We can see that's the profit is really low. You can see for art also the profit is really low. You can see for paper there are not much profits going on around there. So yeah, this is one of the essence of visualizations. You just bring out insights you can't even imagine in the data. So we go further now to look at our shape mode. I want to see the shape mode. I want to see if discount is related to profits, and we also want to see it in and see how shape mode affects this. But from this data, from this visualization, you can see that there is no correlation whatsoever between profit and discount in this data set. Neither does the shape mode plays any significant role in this visualization. So then we now go further from this visualization. We can see that profit is not much correlated to discount, and then we go further to look at the correlation between segments and profits. So we can see, and then we also look at how shape mode also affects these as our hue. So we do this. So looking at our segments, and we have three segments in this data set. We have consumer, then we have the corporate, we have consumer, we have corporate, and we have home office. So you can see that home office segment has the highest amount of profits. They make the highest amount of profits. And then we have under the corporate segment, we have those with same day ship mode. They make the lowest profits. So we can see this, and then we can also see that for the consumer segments, all ship modes whatsoever do not make very really high profits. And then for home office also, we can see standard class also, the standard class ship mode having low profits. So we advise the company to look into all of this. And then some of my advices we dropped for the company was to stock more of technology supplies, then office supplies, as they are more likely to make the company more profits. And then the company should stock more copiers and binders under the subcategories, because this make like a very whole, like they make the highest amount of profit. The company also should not worry about discounts, as it doesn't affect the profit. From our visualization, we can see that there is no correlation between these two variables. And then we can also say you should also pay close attention to the home office segment, as they are more likely to make more profit. And you should also look into the corporate segment, same day ship mode, as the performance is poor. Thank you all for watching this video. You can drop your reviews in the comment section. Thank you.